Hello, how are you? I want you to like this page and share it. Got some nuggets for you that's going to have some value and I think will make a difference for you. I want you to just, just reach out to as many of your positive friends or friends who have goals and dreams that they want to achieve and say, hey, Les Brown is on. He's got a message for us today. All righty. And today I'm going to be talking about something that I feel that all of us can get some value out of, especially with all the stuff that's going on. It seems it's relentless, nonstop, every day. But in the meantime, life is going on. In the meantime, that you have to find a way to unplug from life and plug into you and focus on the things that you want to do because things will always be going on. There will always be challenges. There will always be turmoil and chaos. And so it's really, to me, right now, learning to focus, training your mind to focus and keep the main thing. The main thing is not that you're not concerned by all the stuff that's going on, but you're not consumed by it. Okay? Does that make sense? So I want you to like this page and share it. Like it and share it, because in the midst of the fear, in the midst of the chaos, in the midst of the horrific things that are going on, one of the things that the scripture where I anchor myself, all things work together for good for those who love God and for those who are called according to his purpose. Another one I love, he'd say, I'll keep thee in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on thee. And when I was going through some major stuff in my life, it took everything in me to do that. It's easier said than done. And so this is a time that you don't want to miss a beat. This is a time that it's very important that you become aware of yourself. This is a time that you want to expand your whole commitment to personal development and self-awareness. And the reason why Viktor Frankl, who wrote the book Man's Search for Meaning, he said adversity introduces a man to himself. Adversity introduces you to yourself. And I want you to get a pen and paper. I want you to take some notes on some things that I'm going to share with you today. Because as you look at yourself, look at your goals, look at your dreams, this time where we are, I mean, it's sinking in now to me. This is it. This is it. I was resistant. I didn't want to believe that this is it. I didn't want to cooperate with the process, but this is not going anywhere soon. This is it. And there's a prayer by St. Francis, Lord, grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. I can't change this corona. I have to face that. And I can change my behavior so that I'm not a victim of corona. I'm not going to be arrogant and ignorant like some people choose to, and that's fine. That works for them. That does not work for me. And I tell you what, it got my attention when they said they're rationing out medical treatment. So if somebody come in like me, I'm 75, and a young person comes in like 25, and they got a choice on who they're going to give a bed to and who they're going to take care of, they can say, you know what? Have him go out to the parking lot. Why? He's 75. He ain't got that long anyhow. And driving down to the cemetery. Oh my God. Look, this ain't funny. They're rationing out who gets service and who does not. Now, you know, having the complexion of rejection, and being 75, I go to the back of the line. Do we have anything else left? Let me see. Bring me some Clorox over here. Let me see. Maybe that might work for him. So this is a different time. So in the midst of all this stuff, I want you to clear your mind. I'll give you some stuff that's going to make a difference for you, that has made a difference for people that I've worked with and that I know. One in particular, but several I'll give you. One, I talked to Johnny Wimberly the other day. Johnny has always had the gift for gab. And now Johnny, he went through our training and he speaks around the world. He's made millions of dollars doing what he loves to do. And even though Johnny had a troubled childhood, Johnny was raised in a homeless shelter. Johnny had gotten in trouble and an ex-felon. But Johnny, something he did, and I want you to write this down, take charge of your life and develop your superpower. And that's what he did. He took charge of his life. He's got a brother that's spending 40 years in prison who didn't take charge of his life. Listen to me on this one here. If you make a conscious, deliberate effort to take charge of your life and do a minimum of 2 to 3 things well, and don't do too many things wrong, you can have a successful life. Did you hear what I just said? If you just take the time to take charge of yourself, because you always have a choice. Choose ye this day whom ye shall serve. And you can serve the highest that is in you or the lowest that is in you. 2 roads diverge in a yellow wood, and I selected the one less traveled by. And that has made all the difference. I have friends that I graduated with, and I used to copy off their paper in school. They were smart, but they didn't take charge of their lives. They allowed themselves to get caught up in this thing called life. They didn't take charge to develop their superpower. And so you have to take charge of your life. And your discipline is more important than your talent. There are a lot of talented people who are doing absolutely nothing, very intelligent people who are failing left and right, lost themselves to drugs or alcoholism, or being in the wrong place at the wrong time, or hanging around with the wrong people. If you take charge of your life and make up your mind where you are, the life that you're now living, it's not you. And that's what I had to do. I said, no, this is not me. The 14th Street gang, this is not me. The 20th Street gang in Overtown in Miami, this is not me. I wanted something better. Take charge of your life and develop and invest in your superpower. And my superpower that everybody recognizes, and many people, they get recognized for their superpower, but you know what? Because it comes so easily for them, they don't value it and they don't invest in it. Isn't this interesting what I'm saying today? And it's real. And I'm saying to you, if you just decide to take charge of your life and said, look, what is it I have going for me? And I have personality. I have a gift of working with people. I can make people laugh. I don't care how bad they feel. I can make them laugh. I can make them feel good. I was talking to a friend the other day, and she was trying to be depressed. And she said, you know what? I need to get off this phone with you. And I said, why? She said, I was trying to be depressed. I need to talk to somebody else who's going to agree with me. I said, you got that right. She cracked up. I'm not the one. No, life is too short to be depressed and ugly too. My oncologist told me, you have 4th stage cancer. I said, can you give me a second opinion? Yes, and you're ugly too. I said, no, you didn't. No, you didn't go said, yes, I did, but you got this. And so listen, if you just take charge of your life, discipline yourself, do the right thing, as Spike Lee would say. If you do 2 or 3 things well that you have going for you and master those, something that somebody needs that service, something that makes you stand out. You do 2 or 3 things well that's above average, that can call attention to yourself, and don't do too many things wrong. Like what, Les? Hang around the wrong people. If you hang around the wrong people, your superpower will not work for you. The wrong people. Get in a relationship with someone that there's no future. I have a friend, and I hired her when I was a state legislator, and she was a very, very good person. She had 5 children. And so I asked her, I said, girl, when do you and your boyfriend going to get married? No, she said, we're not. And I said, why not? And he said, I've got too many children. I said, well, aren't they his children? Yes, they are. You gotta be kidding me. You gotta, come on now. He said she had too many children. You know what? This is what caused some people to get an orange suit. I'll never forget. I'm not going to tell you his name is Ronnie Taylor. He wanted me to be a character witness for him. He wasn't paying child support. And I thought that this was really not the real issue. That is, his former wife was just trying to make his life difficult because he started a new relationship. Well, there I am sitting in court, and I'm a personality on the radio station, and I saw myself that he was leveraging me, my celebrity, to call attention to the fact that he would be a good and responsible person and that he hadn't done anything wrong. So the judge asked him, after his former wife stood up and said, he's not paying child support. And we have 7 children together. And when she finished, there was not a dry eye in the court. Now, I'm among those friends that he called to speak in his behalf. Ronnie used to sing a lot. I don't know where he is now. I don't think he's singing now in Columbus, Ohio. And so when this lady got through describing the hardship that she had gone through and how he just was so belligerent and arrogant and just stopped paying child support because she started dating someone. And so the judge asked him to stand up and come to the stand and say, what do you have to say for yourself, young man? Why aren't you taking care of your children? And he broke down and started crying like they used to do on Perry Mason. And he said, Judge, the children don't look like me. And the judge said, feed them till they do. I got up and I raised one finger. I said, I'm out of here. His children don't look like me. Well, feed them till they look like you. Oh, I'm sorry. I do apologize. Oh my God, I'm just playing. But I'm serious. This actually happened. You can't make this stuff up. I think he's going to call me if he's still around. Okay, now here's the other thing. As you look at yourself, look at your goals. I want you to take some notes here. See every ending as a new beginning. If you were in business and because of the coronavirus, you went out of business, see it as a new beginning. When I was fired from radio, that was the end of my radio career. And then I ran for political office. I became a state legislator. And when that ended, I became a motivational speaker. And when that ended, I produced specials for public television. And when that ended, I trained speakers. I'm an author. So see all endings as a new beginning. Are you with me? Here's something else that's very important. As you look at yourself and look at your goals and dreams, have the mindset, I was born to win. That's a different kind of energy. That's a different kind of energy. Even though you have nothing to support that mindset, just have this mindset. I'm supposed to win. I'll never forget when Muhammad Ali, the first time he ever got knocked down in a fight, he was fighting Joe Frazier. And Howard Cosell asked him in an interview, when Joe Frazier knocked you down, why did you jump up so quickly? Why didn't you just lay there and clear your head? And Muhammad Ali said, when I looked around and saw where I was, he said, a canvas is no place for a champion. Come on now. If you get slapped down in life, I got this saying, you know what it is. I'm coming for you. If life knocks you down, try and land on your back. Because if you can look up, you can get up. A canvas is no place for a champion. You are a champion. All of us go through some stuff. You don't ask, well, why does this have to happen to me? And don't go around telling everybody. 80% don't care. And 20% glad it's you. Oh, behave. Hello? Oh, he's on fire. Him and his kid in play hairstyle. Yeah. Life happens to everybody. But you, listen to me, Linda. You are more stronger. You're stronger than the things that you're going through right now. You're stronger than the adversities that you are experiencing. You're stronger than your setbacks. You're stronger than anything that life throws at you. You are more than a conqueror. Those are not just words. That's reality. But your mindset, you have to have the mindset that I'm a winner. And this is just a temporary setback. As Willie Jolly said, a setback is a setup for a comeback. I have comeback power. Here's something else. As you look at yourself, look at your goals. Take charge of your life. Change your behavior. The behavior that you have now, the habits that you have been using to bring you to this place. You got to make a radical change in your behavior. Dr. Dennis Waitley said that people form habits and habits create futures. So I had to change my habit of hanging around my friends who were just social friends, had a good time with them. We partied together, but they weren't going anywhere. I said something yesterday and Angelica, she loved it. Sidney Poitier said, when you go for a walk with someone, something happens without being spoken. Either they adjust to your pace or you adjust to their pace. Question, whose pace have you adjusted to? And it happens unconsciously. You earn within $2,000 to $3,000 of your closest friends. When I found that out, I got all the broke people out of my life. Used to be so broke, I walked past a bank and tripped the alarm. Creditors call the house now and answer the phone. May I speak to Les Brown, please? I'm sorry, he's not here. You sound like Les Brown. Don't you go there, big boy. I found out a long time ago to get back on your feet is to miss 3 car payments. Oh, okay. Oh, behave. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Okay, now, so now take charge of your life and develop your superpower. And so when I saw people making a difference in people's lives, transforming people's lives by speaking, I never forget being at this event and I was waiting to see Zig Ziglar. And a guy came out and opened for him. The guy was boring. The room was so quiet as a graveyard between funerals. And after he got through, I said, man, that guy was he was boring. He said, you ought to be that boring and earn the kind of money he makes. I said, how much they paying? He said, $5,000. I looked at my watch. I said, are you kidding me? He said, yes. I wasn't making $5,000 a month, and he made $5,000 an hour speaking and put me to sleep. That was like a caffeine injection. I said, I can do that. Have you ever seen somebody do something and you said, if they can do it, I can do it? I said, I can do that. Some of that money's got my name on it. People who always complimented me on my ability to communicate. I've always loved the things that I used to put together when I was on the air. Look out, this is me, LB Triple P. Les Brown, your platter playing Papa. There were none before me. Therefore, there will be none after me. That makes me the one and only. Look out, baby, I'm your love man. I used to talk so smack. Hey, baby, need some good loving? Just give me a call. 634-5789. Millennials don't know about that number. Some of y'all know about that number, 634-5789. Wilson Pickett turning on the soul spigot. Somebody said out there, go, brother, go. You got it going on up in here, up in here. And so I invested into allowing my superpower to work for me. Find something you love. Yours might be art or music or singing or writing. And then find a way to monetize it. See, if you do and master 3 things well, speaking is one of mine. Training speakers is one of mine. And helping speakers to be known is one of mine. That's where I plant my feet. And I write books too. Got a new book called You Gotta Be Hungry, The Greatness Within to Win. If you focus your time, take charge of your life, you can learn anything if you're willing to put in the time and the energy. If you are willing to master 3 things, if you do 2 or 3 things well and avoid doing a lot of things wrong, you can live an exceptional life. This is no theory to me. I live an exceptional life. It's great to be me. Why you laugh so much? Because I'm happy. And you deserve to be happy too. If you can hear me, and I'm just talking to those of you that can hear me, if you enjoy helping people, if you enjoy making people feel good, if you enjoy motivating our young people, and they need you now more than ever before. If you don't believe it, get the article that says our children are not okay. Our kids are not okay. Get that. Our kids are not okay. The suicide rate among them is soaring. If you have a passion for helping people, and this is your time. They're talking about, the flu season and people are going to be in, the 3rd wave of the coronavirus. You know what's going to be serious? The meltdown, mentally and emotionally for people. People who can't get out of the house, people who are trapped with their abuser. Domestic violence going up 40%. You going to tell me that this is not affecting people? When you wake up in the morning and you leave the house and you got to put a mask on and you don't know who you're near, even they're saying now you should have a mask going outside, and they're talking about a national global mandate. This is not normal. This is no. It affects you. You hear all the reports on it. It affects you. All the other craziness, what's going on politically, it affects you. It's affecting our children. When people losing their job, people start getting evicted and foreclosed on their homes, and they have to make a choice between putting food on the table and prescription drugs, medical help, paying for their car note, just surviving. Oh, that takes stress to a whole new level on steroids. And so people need to hear words of encouragement. People need not just people who just want to get up and hear themselves talk, but who've been trained how to tell their story, who've been trained how to communicate in a way to create a significant emotional event that will transform people individually and collectively, that will begin to expand people's vision of themselves beyond the adversities that they are facing, and to remind them that they're made in the likeness and image of God. Connect them to the power and presence in them that gives them comeback power. Your voice matters. Voices affect cultures and create cultures. We were talking to some young boys who killed someone and poured salt in their wounds, and they were, one of them was on the stand, and the judge asked him, "Where'd you get that idea from?" And the young boy said, "I heard it talked about on television." He heard the words, "pour salt in the wounds." They were torturing someone. Our kids, they're watching more television. They're watching these little videos. These videos are corrupting their mind. I wrote something for a friend of mine, and she's like 24, 25 years old. I wrote her a note, and she said, "Can you tell me what this means?" I said, "What do you mean?" "Just read it." "Can you print it?" She can't read cursive. They don't teach that anymore in school. This is a different day. Do you know we could have gotten rid of this coronavirus? You know why Superman has not showed up? Some stupid politician eliminated phone booths. And he's not going to go outside and take his clothes off and get arrested for indecent exposure in public. If there had been some phone booths around, he would go in there and change his clothes and got rid of this corona. You know what? Tyrone, they say something wrong with me. Don't agree with the Tyrone. Don't you agree with them. He out there saying, Tyrone, if you don't know, he's a squirrel that comes by every day when I speak, and he has lunch and he watches me with other squirrels. I've learned squirrely. I'm bilingual. I told him I'll be through in a minute. So as you look at yourself and look at your goals, take charge of your life. It's not difficult right now. Just change your relationships. Ask the question as you look at the people that you communicate with most, and ask this question: what is this relationship doing to me? That's a major question. What is this relationship doing to me? Am I growing mentally, emotionally, and spiritually? Am I a better person? Write this down. Upgrade your relationships. When you hang around people, you listen to those conversations, you engage in those conversations, you embrace and you take on their lifestyle. People who earn $50,000, $100,000 an hour don't hang out with people who earn $20,000 or $30,000 a year. You say, oh, ain't nobody making that kind of money. You don't have a clue. You're a gold mine, but because you don't know that you don't know and you think you know, that's why you're where you are. Wherever you find yourself at some point in time, you made an appointment to be there. And if you're not willing to learn, no one can help you. And if you're willing to learn, no one can stop you. Take charge of your life. Invest in yourself. Develop your superpower. And some people have more than one. Some have 2 and 3 and more. But find one. Just start one place and said, you know what? I'm going to make this work for me. That's what I'm going to do. George Washington Carver said, do what you can where you are with what you have and never be satisfied. He took a peanut. He made penicillin out of a peanut. George Washington Carver just took a peanut and made over 300 different products. To this day, they have not discovered, with all the technology, with all the computers, to this day, they have not discovered how did this black man do this who was traded for a horse. He was traded as a baby for a horse. George Washington Carver. Check it out. You're a genius. You are a genius. You were chosen to do something. You were brought here to do something. And the most important time, given this time, this space where we are, this is a God moment, as my daughter, Dr. Ona Brown would say, to reflect, to think, why am I here? What's the purpose of my life? Where am I going? And who's going with me? Dr. Howard Thurman, who wrote Deep is the Hunger, the Centering Moment. He said, if you ever get those questions in the wrong order, you'll be in serious trouble. You have something special. You have greatness in you. I want you to put voice in the comment section. I'm not speaking to everybody. I don't want to work with everybody. I want you to put voice in the comment section. I had a conversation with a person the other day, and I thought she had so much potential. And she sent me a text and so I can't do it at this time. I said, okay. I'm sure at some point in time she's going to change her mind. Guess what? I will not accept her as a client. Why? I believe in synergy. You have to take advantage of the opportunity and the lifetime of the opportunity. I was in South Africa, and Dr. Miles Monroe was there at the same time. I wrote the foreword for his book, Personal Potential. And we are speaking across from each other in South Africa, Johannesburg. I went over, talked to my friend. I said, would you tell Dr. Miles I'm here? Les Brown. She, we know your name. Hell, he's doing a couples training. I tell you what, we'll set it up for you to have breakfast with him tomorrow morning. I reluctantly agreed. Next morning, I was early. Then she came down with a disappointed expression on her face. I'm sorry. He left early. And shortly thereafter, he died in a plane crash in the Bahamas. It just, that messes me up now. I think about it. Oh, it's hard. If you go on YouTube and put in Les Brown and Miles Monroe, you hear our voices together. Oh, what a good man. What a good man. I was mad at God about that. Why couldn't you let some of these planes go down with people selling drugs? Come on. Hmm. This thing called life. Live it to the fullest. As Miles would say, rob the cemetery of your voice. Rob the cemetery of your power, of your knowledge, of your ability to make a difference. This is a time for us to stand up. We were born for such a time as this. This is a history-making time. And all kind of efforts are being thrown in our paths to stop us. But you know what? There's a play I remember on Broadway, and there was a song in there called They Keep Coming. Boom, boom. They keep coming. Boom, boom. Let me tell you something. The Malcolm X, the Martin Luther Kings, the Marcus Garveys, they keep coming. Let me tell you something. We keep coming. People lined up doing the electric slide, feeling everywhere. You know what? I mean, standing in line for hours to change history, hours to eliminate craziness, hours to create a brand new future for our children yet unborn. Your voice, you got a voice. This is an opportunity. Things have changed. Oh, I can go out. I know I've been fired, but I can go out and find another job. Oh, really? Job, the journey of the broke. What about being your own boss? Have you thought about that? If you take charge of your life, as I did, and got tired of being fired, and invest in your superpower, your voice, your story, your knowledge. This is the attention economy. There's so many distractions out here. If you can call attention to yourself, if you've been trained how to skillfully call attention to your business, to your organization, to your expertise, to your knowledge, the philosophical question is, if a tree falls in the forest, no one hears it, did it make a sound? So you can have all the knowledge in your head, but if no one can hear you, does it matter? If you're in the dark, as Warren Buffett would say in Wink at a Woman, will it matter? No. Put voice in the comment section. Put voice there now. Don't mess around. Don't put it off. Because this is your time, if you can hear me. If you're ready to do something that you enjoy. And you can do this in the safety and comfort of your home. And you know what? Computers don't cough. You can do it virtually. You can change people's lives virtually. You can speak for corporations and organizations. I spoke for a real estate organization the other day virtually. Computers don't sneeze. They don't cough on you. They don't breathe on you. You don't have to have a COVID-19 test after you get through speaking to your computer. That sounds real good. I know. You could have a good time all by yourself with your kid and play hairstyle. And there won't be two people with white jackets waiting for you to get through, because Tyrone, he's my security. He's a squirrel. He looks out for me. He's got my back. Put voice in the comment section. Promise me you won't turn me in, okay? And I'll teach you how to master your communication skills, how to bring out your voice, how to earn millions like Johnny Wimbrey, how to be your own boss like Shirley Davis, how to move an audience like Stacey N.C. Grant, Tracy Lynn of Tracy Lynn Jewelry. Yeah, you got it like that. Put voice in the comment section. Thank you. I hope that you've enjoyed our conversation, and I hope that what I shared with you had some value for you. And I'm looking forward to working with you. It's an incredible time. When I see the people lined up to vote, if you haven't voted yet, take the time. Don't try and mail it. They've already compromised the postal office. Yep. Don't try and mail it too late. They've already compromised it. Yeah. All type of voter suppression tactics are being implemented. And the Postal Service is now a part of it. So you got to take it in. Got to take it in. But guess what? There's more than one way to make this happen. Got to be unstoppable. Frederick Douglass had a point when he said, power concedes nothing without a demand. He was right when he said everything we get, we have to fight for it. Everything, we have to fight for it. Yes, we won't get everything we fight for, but everything we get, there will be a fight. You got to fight to vote. Don't become impatient. You have people who've gone to jail, people who've had dogs sicked on them. I saw, what's the name last night? I love her so much. Rachel. Oh my goodness. If you didn't see Rachel last night, get that show. I think you can get it on YouTube and have your children watch it. I'm have my grandchildren to watch it and my children. It reminded me where we came from. Oh my God. The evil, violent, horrific things that have been done to us just because we were attempting to exercise our right to vote. And it was not long ago. When I graduated from high school, we couldn't vote. I graduated in 1963. The Voting Rights Act didn't pass until 1966. And there were riots because of that. It's different. And there are people threatening people because we want to do what? Vote. The Postal Service, the new appointee, part of that process to make it not possible for you and I to vote. America? What are you kneeling for? America? Stand up. This is happening in America? This is how you make America great? Wow. Oh, everybody should be able to vote. Do what you can. If you voted, call others and tell them to vote. Take some others down. Go down, people who are in line, take them some pizzas and folding chairs to sit down for senior citizens. Do the electric slide, various dances. Be unstoppable. Call me, let me know how things are going. Here's my number, 634-5789. This is not for you, fellas. This is just for the ladies. What is he on? Wilson Pickett turning on his soul spigot. Check him out. Go online and check that out. It's Wilson Pickett, 634-5789. Oh, behave. Hello. Oh, Father, we give thanks for this day. We're here because of your grace and mercy. We thank you for protecting us, for guiding us, for ordering our steps. We know all things work together for good for those who love God and for those who are called according to his purpose. We know that you are in charge, but you don't always take charge. You leave certain things for us to do, and we thank you for giving us the courage and the initiative and the hunger to live a life that will outlive us. We thank you for your presence in this historic moment, in this reckoning that's going on. We ask that you subdue the evil voices and spirits of darkness. Remind us that evil prevails when good men and women do nothing. Good men and women all across the country are standing up, taking a stand, standing up for what they believe in, to allow their voices to be heard. We thank you, knowing of ourselves we can do nothing, but with you, all things are possible. All things are possible. All things are possible. He's in the midst of it. He's in the midst of it. Keep in mind, Goliath lost. Did you hear me? Goliath lost. Put voice in the comment section.